Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Scorpio for November 2020. Happy birthday to all my Scorpios born this month, and if you're born next month, happy early birthday, guys. Keep in mind this is a general message, so take what feels like it's for you and disregard the rest. Go about your day, but know that no matter what messages do come through today, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is that you'd like to see. And for me, that's personal power and freedom, baby. So for all my subscribers, you guys, thank you for being here. You mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this has resonated, please feel free, hit subscribe, join the journey with me. And guys, if you feel called to like this or share, by all means, please follow that calling. I appreciate it. So I'm going to take a moment before we get into the reading to call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, as well as to deliver only the messages for the highest good of those of us watching. So Sagittarius, we're going to get into your reading, guys. If you have, fire or Sagittarius somewhere in your chart, or you're watching for someone else, keep an open mind. And if this doesn't necessarily feel like it's your energy, it may be somebody around you, okay? So I'm going to start off with the Animal Wisdom Tarot, and let's see what messages we have from Spirit. So Spirit, for November 2020, you get the Two of Fossils in the reverse, so about maybe there's not been balance. So Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Spirit, thank you. The Six of Feathers, moving on to calmer waters, to clearer understandings. Just straight away what I'm feeling like is if there's been a point of unrest, is what I heard, or imbalance in your life, it's time to move on, or there will be an energy of moving on from any trouble that imbalance has caused, and it's time to move past some issues that may be keeping us imbalanced and troubling us, is what I heard. The other one that fell out is the Illuminator, the Peacock. This is the Star, and this is about healing. I feel like this is also about wishes granted, but this is about seeing the beauty of yourself, to be able to witness and bear witness to your own glory, as well as what I'm hearing. So for some of us as well, there could be lots of reasons why we may need this healing. There may be an Aquarius in your mix as well with this Star card. I feel like, however, whatever movement, right, whatever the Six of Air is, the Six of Feathers, it's about something that needs to be moved on. So there could be even healing from, this could be like really ingrained stuff, like past life stuff. This could be just a past situation or healing from trauma that's still kind of disrupting our equilibrium now, is what I heard, keeping us from maintaining that homeostasis and that balance. They show me the bottom. I'm not going to read the reversal in the same way right now. This Two of Pentacles, I'm going to see what the block is. We have here the this is the Three of Shells. I'm getting confused because they're different. Three of Water, but this is about happiness and fulfillment and celebration and joy, and enjoying the little things together, enjoying your day-to-day world with the people that you care about. And I feel like, as well as what's important here, is they're all happy. They all have a cup to drink from. Everything's full. Resources are shared. There isn't any sort of competition between these three. They are enjoying each other's company. So for some of you, there may have been a third-party situation, not necessarily romantic. It could be a situation where you felt sort of left out, or you felt like, you weren't used to being able to share a partnership like this. Because a lot of times we are so ingrained into, if this is relationship, romantic, we are so ingrained into like monogamy and the idea of monogamous relationship, that a connection can only be one person and with another person. What I feel like is important to remind you guys is that while we may still thrive in monogamous relationships, if that's something that you do, if you are not monogamous, that is okay too. This is saying that it's okay to have connections with different people. Different connections are meant to be here for us along the way. So this may be something that we need to wrap our heads around as well. I feel like that it's not about competition. there are enough resources to share, and there could be time as a competition, like for somebody wanting your time or you wanting someone else's time a little bit more, and that's not happening. I feel like one of the things that would be the most beneficial for this healing is to speak about it, to talk about it, with your loved ones, to talk about it with your friends. Say, you know what, you just feel like I'm not getting enough of you. I don't feel like I'm getting enough quality time in our relationship, and find ways to do things together. But this also to me is saying, you know what, don't stick so close to traditional values if they don't feel like they're right for you, and keep an open mind. If that has nothing to do with you, this could just be, that you are working with someone. There could be friendships as well involved, where we just may need to find a more balanced way of expressing ourselves. Tell me about this Two of Fossils, please, Spirit. They're going to give me this one. I'm going to take it. You get the Four of Feathers, which is the loon. And lucky, all the fours are going to have this four-leaf clover here as well. This loon, with this imbalance, is saying, you know what, it's time to rest your mind. It's time to go to sanctuary and to relax. Some of you may want to spend some time in the evening on your couch just chilling out, or spending time doing things that feel right for you, that nourish your soul. So with this loon, I'm hearing right now that very haunting sound the loon makes. That loon's call is beautiful, it is unique, and it's also one of these things that it lets us know that they're there. These guys can also swim quite great distances, so there could be a lot here that, even though this is in our mental space, we're still being asked to bear witness and pay attention to our emotions. The 6 here, there's emotions. The 3, there's emotions. The water, staring at emotions here in the Star. We've got, with the Two of Fossils, the Two of Pentacles, there is emotions here. And with this loon, even though it's our thought space, there are feelings. So I feel like it may be really important to just get in tune with your feelings and kind of sift, like this pelican. He's opening his mouth, waiting for new opportunities. This could be really sifting through your relationships, your partnerships, sifting through friendships, feeling like, when I spend time with this person, this is how I feel. When I spend time with this person, this is how I feel. And is there a partnership that makes you feel defeated or deflated? Is there a partnership that you feel is supportive and really builds you up and raises you up into a higher glory? Is there something in your world where you've relied too much on partnership and other people as well? Because for me, this kind of 3 of shells could also be friendships. We have to have people around us so much because we don't want to be alone. There may be some stuff that we need to work on and remove ourselves from, and remove the attachment to the situation, so that we can start to realize, you know what, I don't always need to have people around. Sometimes it's okay to be on my own. I love myself for who I am, and I can see, my own worth, regardless of other people constantly reminding me of that. They're also showing me there's something really important with this 3. 1, 2, 3 otters, 1, 2, 3 birds, and 3 cattails. This is definitely, I'm hearing, like, definitely about divinity within your heart space as well. There's 3 lily pads, 3 shells, that this is, everything is in balance. Even though the balance card was in the reverse as we're starting this, this is saying, you know what, we want to love and balance. If it's talking about our children or our family life, we want to give those people in our worlds enough love that everyone feels loved the same as well. So this month is a time to rest your mind, calm your feathers. And it's also another one of these things I'm hearing is just like, don't ruffle the feathers, so to speak, but if you need to, is it mulch? If you need yourself to be able to release some things that are no longer serving you, let go of some of these feathers. If they're loose, if they're itchy, let them fall, because that's what they're meant to do, right? They're meant to they're meant to fall away from you, honestly. And I think that's what the important part is here, is that the Six of Swords being about moving on. Well, these ones have been hard, so we're just going to drop them. We're not going to let them toy with our mental space anymore. So the bottom of the deck, and I saw this when I was shuffling, was the Two of Swords. So this one also came out in the Scorpio reading because there's a decision to be made. It is in the reverse. I think there's a lot in the reverse here. There could be a lot of imbalance or feelings of being unable to make a decision, or I heard feeling trapped. If you look at this card, there's a lot of mountains in the background, and again, more water in everything. And this is because this is one of these head over heart decisions that we're peering into the water. X marks the spot. There's a new beginning here, but it means that you're going to have to see through this dark murk. In the other cards, the water is light and clear. In this one, it's dark, so it's a little harder to get an accurate reflection. But important here too, with the Star and with the Heron, both of them are looking into the water. Both of them are peering into the water because there could be, really important information that we might have been suppressing emotionally. So I'm going to ask for one more message before I move into some oracle. Thank you. We get the honeybee, and this is the Lovers. You could have a Gemini in your world. This could be about a love situation. There could be whatever balance comes in this month. This could be a real eye-opener for your romantic relationships, for the way you experience love, the way you express your love, and what love actually means to you. So this is really important with the two major arcana that we have. We have the Star and we have the Lovers, that we are going to be healing relationships and healing partnerships that bring us joy. And we have the Illuminator and the Heart Awakener. For some of you, this may have nothing to do with romance. It could be completely about friendship, loyalty, family, but this is something that over this next month or over the next couple months, you're being asked to allow this heart space to open wide. It's one of the things that sometimes it's uncomfortable for us at first. The more we release these blocks and these layers that we may have to allowing other people truly into our heart space, you may feel it, right? It may feel uncomfortable. You may have memories pop up or resurge. You may feel tightness, or you may feel energy literally in your heart space. If you feel like as your heart's awakening and expanding, if you feel like you could be having problems with your heart, by all means, please go get checked out at the doctors, because sometimes, what we think it is, it's completely different. But for many of you, I do feel like you will be experiencing energy as well. And you could be experiencing an energy transfer with another person, another group of people. So as well as what I'm hearing is shield yourself. Put up your energetic bubble. When we put shields up, it doesn't mean we don't love the people around us. It means that we love them and we love ourselves enough to not absorb that stuff. Okay? So this month is a real time for healing, a real time for awakening your heart chakra, I feel like. And getting into that, I did bring the Whispers of Love Oracle today. So I'm going to just see what messages Spirit has on how you can bring more love into your world this month, please. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius? Look at your patterns in relationships. And this is a lot of this healing, this needing to understand our emotions. What are we looking for in our romantic partners? Are we asking for too much? Are we asking for too little? Are we expecting commitment? Are we expecting monogamy? These kind of things. Let's look to the patterns that are what is working for us, what is not working for us, and have to be really, really honest with ourselves on how can I best serve my own heart? Because if my own heart says to go one direction, but I keep going in the other direction because my logical mind is telling me, well, this is what's expected of me, I'm never going to find my heart's desire. I'm always going to be going after what's expected of me, and truthfully, that's kind of boring, right? What's expected of me may not be what I truly deep down in my heart want, right? Same with you guys. Go after what calls to you, what speaks to you, what makes you feel something in your heart space. And I heard that gives you the rhythm of the divine, okay? But look to your patterns in relationships It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Much like this Two of Swords here with the strength behind here. If we see our own stuff, if we can see our shadow, if we can see through the murk and realize, you know what, in this decision, this unbalance, whatever's been happening to me, I have a part to play in it as well. I also have a choice to how I view this situation, how I react to this situation. Am I going to let this situation mess up my mental stability, or am I going to choose to remain calm? There's 2 twos here as well. 2 twos and then 3s. This is a progression coming up. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And it's a choice about whether we allow balance. I feel like because you're going to know if you feel a little out of balance. So look to your partnerships, look to your patterns. This is one of the sometimes hardest things that people come to, is having to analyze our own patterns on, what makes us tick. But it's one of these things that when we understand our own power, when we understand our own patterns, we can change things. So our patterns don't have to stay the same forever. Sometimes we realize that I've been doing this pattern for a long time in these constant cycles, and it may be attached to something from childhood, or it may be attached to something, from a first, or, not first, but an important romantic encounter. There could be a lot of different things. So just making sure that when we are working through what's happening now, we're not using old, outdated patterns and paradigms to explain the situation or to educate us on how we're going to act or react or respond in the future. Is there another message? Please, Spirit, is there another message? I feel like there is. Thank you. There's a whole lot. Miracles and blessings. Focus on them, right? We want to switch our thinking to a positive mindset. Let's focus on all the blessings that we have. Let's focus on seeing the miracles in this world. Enjoy life. Everything has its gift. And absolutely, everything has its gift. Even this idea of looking at old, outdated patterns, there's a gift in that, because now we're seeing the truth. We're also seeing that this no longer serves me, and it's time to move on. It's time to move on from that. I feel like with the 6 of Feathers, this also comes in tune with this looking at the patterns and moving on from that, and then realizing that that itself is a gift. The ability to transform your own self and your own life, and your ability to see where you're standing in your way, that's a gift. And the miracle is change for ourselves in this situation. Listen to your heart. It knows the way. It's going to speak you in the right direction. Don't get your brain and your logical mind too much into this. Let your heart be the guide here. This heart awakening is really important this month, I feel like. You are listening to what is being said to you, but you need to listen with a loving heart. So if I listen to what someone is saying to me, but I'm not listening with a loving heart, I may react or respond to what they're saying to me with an angry heart, a jealous heart, a wounded heart, a hurt heart. And I may not actually hear the words that they're speaking because I'm seeing it through a lens of hurt or pain or lack within myself. Somebody may be trying to explain to me, hey, I love you. I think that you're the coolest person in the whole world. And I just enjoy your time so much. But if I'm wounded, if my demons are so strong that I can't hear them, I'm going to hear completely other things. I'm going to pick for what's been said that may feel negative and allow that to fester. This is one of these things that's not going to happen. So if you are finding yourself that kind of like mentality where someone's telling you how much they care about you and love you, but you don't hear that, you hear them saying, you've got work to do or you've got other things to do. This may be something where we really do need to clear our mind and listen with love. Receive with love and appreciation as well. That when other people share parts of their heart, parts of their soul, or their gifts and their earthly materials in this world, we need to be thankful. we want to be grateful, and we want to have this ebb and flow of even give and take. So it's not just about giving. Many of us are so good at giving. This is also about receiving. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Absolutely. Because if we are always giving and giving, and then someone says, hey, I want to give. I've got love to give. Would you take my love? And you say, oh no, thanks. You keep it to yourself. Imagine, remember, how good did it feel for you to give love? Now we're denying someone else that experience of giving us love and having us receive it openly. So allowing yourself to receive, this may be something that really needs to be worked on. This may be what needs to be moved past this month, is knowing that you're able to receive. I'm hearing wealthy as well. And this may not be financial wealth, but to know that what you possess in your world, the connections that you have in your world, the family, the people that love you, that, your own spiritual gifts, that right there, that's wonderful. That's the stuff that we want to be appreciative of. And the last one is consider your foundations. You're being asked to look at how committed you are to love, how committed you are to another person, how committed you are to yourself, how committed you are to healing as well. So this is definitely something that you could be with this honeybee as well. Could be kind of coming to terms with commitment this month. And as I was picking up at the beginning, is it commitment in terms of monogamy? There are lots of different relationship and family styles, and I feel like we live in a world now that is a lot more open to these types of things and these types of different alternate families. And even if there are those around you that don't feel that that is right, if they ascribe or subscribe to a different viewpoint, that's okay, but that's for them. Now, obviously things like polygamy, for legal purposes, we can't legally marry more than one person, and I feel like it's more to do with division of property when we die. That's my take on this, but it's not everything has to be done in such a way. So there's something really picking up here, guys, about marriage, though, and about socially constructed ideas of what marriage needs to look like. And for some of us as well, or for some of you, I feel like that might not even really be something that you want, because if you're feeling like that is too standardized, or like if you yourself deviate from those social norms, it may not be an institution that you want to associate yourself with, just however it works for you. The bottom of the deck is look to your inner strength. Absolutely. Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. And making choices and making changes to find joy in your life and to weed out the spots that are no longer meant for us, that takes a lot of inner strength. So this month, guys, take your inner strength to find what your heart is telling you to do and to regain that equilibrium and balance within your world. So as a closing message here, Archangel Gabriel, thank you. We have 2 messages that came for. Keep going. Don't stop. Whatever path you've been on, whatever niggle you get, whatever ideas that you're trying to follow, whatever your intuition is trying to tell you, trust it. Keep going. Use the energy of any disappointments to fuel your creative project with authentic emotion. Retreat. To block out distractions, spend quiet time alone so others can focus, so that you can focus on your priorities. Keep going. Spending time on your own doesn't mean that we're stopping, but we're focusing. So really needing to find some more focus. We have editor as well, that your writing or other creative project benefits from outside help and support. And then we also have the media here, with you can reach more people by working with video, audio, print, or online media. For some of you as well, like it may be really helpful and healing to blog, to write down your feelings, to write down your experiences, and to remember that, hey, if you've been through some trouble, if you've been through trauma, if you've been through experiences that you feel like maybe other people have went through, if you've had a hard time moving yourself out of hardship or other side of a difficult situation, maybe your light is what other people need, to say, hey, they did it, here's how to do it. Just an idea. So for some of you, this is definitely getting social media, getting the media involved. For others of you, this is saying, you know what, with the editor, be careful what you watch. Be careful what we're filling our heads with. Be careful what kind of outside influences we're allowing to come in, and what kind of socially constructed ideas that we're also allowing ourselves to understand and harness as our own reality. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful month. I hope that it's full of love. I hope that it's full of balance, and I will see you next month. Bye, guys.